welcome or welcome back. We are jumping into a reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node. Really, if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, the messages may resonate. Or if you have Scorpio nowhere in your chart, the messages could still be for you, especially if you are dealing with a Scorpio. All right, so let's go ahead and let's dive in. Messages for Scorpio. Ooh, what does Scorpio need to know? Everything is okay. So before I even look at these cards, you guys, there is an energy of something is like you can't see something that is headed in towards you, or like you might feel like things are not really working out for you or working out in your favor, because you're not seeing like the results the way that you want. But just because you don't see what's going on, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. I feel like there's something working or brewing under the surface, and just continue whatever this is. Like if this part of the message is for you, continue with whatever it is that you are doing. Maintain your faith or your hope that things will work out, because things will resurface or be brought to the light soon enough. So that could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I don't know. All right, so looking at the cards, the first card that we have is the Emperor here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. It's funny how that works. And we have this card. I did see this card, but this is the Star, okay? I feel like for some of you guys, like there could be something that in the next 7 days, like there's something that you're working on to help improve your life. But you're working on this like in private, in secret, or it doesn't have to be a secret, but this is something that you're working on, you know, on your own. It's going to improve your life. But the focus is on you. You are the focus of whatever this is, you and your stability, right? I don't know if some of you guys have been struggling financially. And I forgot to say at the beginning that this is about like your next 7 days, like a forecast for the next 7 days. It could take of you watching the video. It's a timeless message. Put yourself wherever you go. But you are going to receive something that's going to show you that things are going to look up when it comes to your work, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money. Your focus is on stability in the next 7 days, right? Let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, we have the Chariot at the bottom. So it could be that you may have had just like a short period of like disappointments, some challenges, but you're about to overcome those challenges. And it's not by luck, okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles here at the top. This is not something that's happening because you're a lucky guy, you're a lucky gal. This is because you are putting in the work. You may have come up with like a specific plan for you, and you're working that plan, or that's the guidance for you in the next 7 days. Make sure if you haven't come up with a plan, you need to come up with your plan as it relates to your work or finances or whatever you're focused on. If you've come up with a plan for the next 7 days, you need to stay focused on, you know, following through with whatever it is. Okay. I'm hearing something about like, don't let it be for naught. So whatever you started, like there was a reason you wanted to start whatever this is. And look, we have the Nine of Cups falling under the Emperor. For like, you need to remain committed to your goal. You need to remain committed. Yeah. For someone, this is really big on like money, finances, work, a business, something like that. But we have the Eight of Pentacles falling under the Nine of Pentacles. This is you staying dedicated Like if you want to continue to live a life of luxury, or if you want to start living a life of luxury, you have to focus on your actual stability. So it could be that someone is going to find out or realize that like you're focused on the wrong thing, or you have, in the past you were focused on the wrong thing, or something that you were focused on was keeping you from, following through with plans that you have that have to do with your stability. Something could have been like slowing you down. Someone could have been trying to get you to change your mind on something that you want, something that you feel like you deserve even. It could have had some type of impact on your confidence levels, but we have the Queen of Wands here. I don't know if like maybe that's what's been slowing you down. You weren't really feeling confident in your plan, or that you would accomplish some goal. Your confidence, someone needs to know that your level of confidence is actually what makes you sexy. I don't know who that's for. It's not about the clothes that you wear or don't wear. It's actually your level of confidence that you have in yourself. Okay. At the top, we have the Princess of Cups, which is intuitive messages. Someone might be in the next 7 days receiving some type of downloads, or just kind of nudges, or just a knowing of like what you need to do next. And you can be confident in that. You can follow those confidently. Like, don't question it. Obviously, if it makes sense for what you're working on, if it makes sense for the goal that you're focused on, then just do it. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups that came out under the star. Some of you guys, it could be that you were mourning like the loss of someone or something, and that is why things were kind of on pause or on hold, which it's kind of like a snowball effect, right? Or a domino effect. Someone could have been mourning the loss of someone or something really important, lost a little bit of hope in something that you were working on, or really you just couldn't focus on it, and it started to negatively impact your stability, your drive. And I feel like that is what's like starting to heal for you. And so now you can comfortably work towards your accomplishments or your goals. For some of you guys, maybe you felt like a little bit guilty or ashamed of like wanting to pursue certain types of goals after such a big loss. So I feel like someone definitely experienced a loss. And in addition to that loss that you were having to, deal with, yeah, psychologically, there's something to do with, it really, maybe on the outside looking in, it didn't look like, people didn't think that it affected you. Some people may have actually even judged you like you didn't care, but you did care. It was, all up here. You didn't have to, I'm hearing it's written all over your face. You don't let things show like on your face, or, yeah. And who are they to tell you how to mourn whatever this loss was? I feel like it was a very important person for some of you guys. You may have lost a very important person in your life. Okay. All right. So at the bottom, we have the Two of Wands. And at the top, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is inheritance. Some of you guys could have received some type of inheritance as a result of this loss. And for someone, that was the guilt of like, okay, well, like someone felt guilty or ashamed or didn't want to like spend an inheritance, like because I don't know, like you don't want it to look like something is about money for you. But like, who are you proving that to? You know that it's not about money for you. Like, you don't need to prove that to anyone. And you definitely, if you lost someone, you definitely don't have to prove it to them, because this person wouldn't have left you anything if that's what they thought about you. So that could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I don't know. But I feel like someone is starting to see a full picture. Now you like see which way to go, or you know, what you want to do. I don't know. What else for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know? We have into you. It says good chemistry, great vibes, pure intentions. We have thief, which says robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. You know, I'm telling you, there's something that you may have allowed other people to question your intentions, which were very obviously pure when it came to like whatever this is, but you allowed someone to question your intentions. And I feel like with this thief, someone may have robbed you of something like your time, like time that you could have been pouring into like your business, your job, or something like that. Like someone has been has robbed you of that essentially. But with your permission, I would have to say, because they were questioning your intentions. And if you're the person who lost someone, like, you know, someone could say, like, oh, well, they didn't even really love them anyway. They just love what this person could do for them. And you know it's not true. So why would you allow this person or this group of people to slow you down from what you wanted to work on or focus on? Yeah, I feel like someone may have gotten into your head with that one. We have spiritual hater. It says, mad you're glowing up, thinking your magic is fake and low vibes only. I feel like, you know, I don't feel like this has anything to do with spirituality. I feel like this is just someone that was in your life that is very low vibrational. They attempted to take something from you or rob you of, if it wasn't like your time, if it wasn't your money, it was like a relationship that you had that someone was jealous of. Yeah. We have uninterested. Someone may have felt like, you know, another person loved you more than they loved them or something like that. And they were jealous. Top of the deck, girl fight. Doesn't mean that these are girls, but someone was jealous. And they made it their mission to get into your head. And I feel like you're starting to get out of that, you know, funk, so to speak. Like you're starting to wake up. You're starting to realize. And that's when you're going to see things just really work out in your favor. I'm hearing what is that? Self-fulfilled prophecy. Someone could have gotten into your head, you know, in the past, and whatever they said of you, maybe you felt that or kind of doubted that or questioned that yourself, about yourself, and you started to make moves that fulfilled that prophecy of like who they said that you were or what they said you would or would not accomplish. And you can't give people that type of power and authority over you and over your life. Yeah. We have bad karma that came out. It's falling under into you. I feel like you learned a really valuable lesson about the type of people that you allow into your life and the impact that they can have on you. No facts. Yeah. Dirty offer and no facts. Like this person, whoever this person or these people were, they were just going purely off of like what they thought, what they felt, and they were actually projecting their own negativity onto you. They had no facts. They were just making things up. I'm just feeling like, or hearing like, why would you even bother halfway respecting someone that just makes things up with no facts? Why would you care what they think, what they feel, what they say? They have no facts. They just talk to be talking. And maybe you already knew that about this particular person or group of people, but you never knew, or you had never envisioned that they would actually use that against you, that they would make things up about you or be so negative towards you, even though you may have witnessed them doing that to other people. But if they'll do it to you, to other people, they'll definitely do it to you. So the lesson I feel like you've learned about not allowing people who are low vibrational to remain in your life. Like they don't bring anything positive into your life. They don't add to your life. All they do is take. Yeah, we have romantic love affair. That felt kind of sideways, and it's falling under thief. It says sex fix, secret lover, passion over loyalty. Someone tried to rob you of like your passion or your joy when it comes to life, when it comes to like a particular relationship, when it comes to work, when it comes to business. Like there's something that someone thought that they would be able to like steal from you, to rob you of. I'm hearing, and we would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those pesky kids. Someone thought that they got really close, or someone did get really close, or they were successful for, you know, a short amount of time. But not anymore. Not anymore. From this moment forward, sometime starting within these next 7 days, you're going to be too busy winning. You're going to be focused on winning. You're going to be focused on, you know, something that you had originally planned for yourself. And you're not going to allow these people to slow you down or stop you ever again. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve to be in your life. They are not worthy of you. Yeah, I said it. They're not worthy of you. And that falls under spiritual hater. So I don't feel like these low vibrational people are ever going to have access to you. You're not going to notice them. You're not going to feel them in your energy because they don't match. They're not equally yoked with you, so to speak. It's like a little gnat, like being on a wall. You don't notice them. You don't hear them. You don't see them. You don't feel them. You don't notice them. Because you're focused on other things. You're too busy winning. You don't have, ain't nobody got time for that. You don't have time to focus on, I can't say that, but I heard what broke say what? Like you don't have time to focus on what a broke person has to say about you. And I don't mean like, it doesn't even have to be like their wallet, their actual pocketbook, but this person is broken. This person is broke when it comes to love. They don't have enough love to give. They don't have enough optimism. They just don't have. I ain't got it. They just don't have it. And I feel like maybe that's a part of the lesson that you learn. This person doesn't have what you need. So you'll be too busy winning, and we have crying over you. Someone is going to be sitting around crying over the loss of you. And they'll just be stuck lurking in the outskirts, or like it says lurking online, still checking your stories, obsession never left. So this person or these people, they'll have to watch from the sidelines. Still not over it, watching your posts and pretending that they are fine. And you don't need to, you know, like seek them out to see like, oh, how are they doing? It doesn't matter. Like you have something else that you're focused on, or you're going to be busy with something else. That's just what it is. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh. Ooh, okay. We have chair empty. It says someone is leaving your life. Anyone and everyone that is not... Yeah, this is family. For some of you guys, seahorse, it says family matters. This person could have been a family member. Now back to like someone, if you're mourning the loss of something or someone, it could be that you lost a family member, but it could have been also family. Hi, how are you? It could have been a family member that said some negative things or some hateful things about you, and caused you to just kind of, hide away, so to speak. And then we have parrot. Someone will gossip about all of your secrets. Yeah. That's what we've been talking about. A two-faced friend. This is someone that you trusted. You may have trusted them with your life, so to speak. Thank you, Miriam. I think that's you. I can't see. I'm on the little iPad. I'm doing great. Thank you. And we have feather at the top. Someone you know is undependable and insecure. This is what we've been talking about. This is a person that, like, they were jealous of you. They were insecure. They were projecting their own negativity or their own feelings or, whatever. They were trying to project that onto you. They may have shared like those thoughts or opinions, because we saw where it said no facts. They may have shared that with family members, But we have rose. Romance is in the air. For some of you guys, maybe this was a person that, this was a lover, like a partner of some sort. And they're about to leave and they're going to be replaced with another. I'm hearing in due time, when the time is right for you. So don't feel like you have to date if you're not ready to date. Don't feel like, you have to, make small talk or get serious with anyone before you're ready. I don't know. That might be important to someone. Yeah, November. Something like this family member could have been born in November, or something happened in November. Someone was buried in November. Or a falling out happened in November. For some of you guys, you are going to permanently cut off a family member in November because, like I said, you're going to be so busy winning. You're about to get like a new job, a new career. That's at the bottom pin. It's at the top. A distant friend is thinking about you. Dog far away. So it's not that you're trying to be nasty necessarily. Like you might just genuinely be really busy. And if they take it personal, like that's just kind of on them. We have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Some of you guys, this is falling under parrot. Someone will gossip about your secrets. Yeah, this could have taken a mental toll on you. But also, even aside from that, I feel like some of you guys have been making plans to move, or you're moving soon. And there's a thing called, what is that? What is that called? Oh, geez, I can't remember. But it's basically, for those of you that are in astrology, there is, your astrological placements can tell you like the best place for you to live, when it comes to, having a successful work life, or if you want influence and fame. Cartography. Thank you. So where should you live? Like if your goal is astrocartography, I still can't even say it. But if you want to have influence or power, like, live in this place, where would be the best place, like, for you to find the love of your life, or, whatever, like, it depends on what your goal is, or just like what's the best all around place for you to go. You may have looked into that, or that might be something that you want to look into in the next 7 days, and think about what your actual goals are. And that is only going to help catapult how quickly you reach whatever that goal is for you. Like some of you, this is for someone that's already thinking about moving, but it's like you don't really care about where you move to, or like you don't have like a particular place in mind. You might want to look into that. Okay. At the bottom, we have candle. You will be shown the way. Yeah. You will be shown the way. And hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Like it's okay to ask for help. And I feel like there are people that may be offering you help or guidance or assistance without you asking. But depending on how you were raised, or how you feel, like maybe you have a little bit of shame or guilt when it comes to accepting handouts or receiving help from people, it's okay to receive help. Okay. It doesn't make you like, I don't know if someone was accusing you, like in the previous, what we were talking about was someone was accusing you of like using someone for their money, or something like that. No, that's not what that means. So for some of you guys, astrology might help you find the way, or for some of you, it might have something to do with just like your dreams, or some of you guys already, like you already have a plan in place, but you just need to actually follow through with it. Okay, so let's see what your messages are. Your final message for Scorpio. Okay. It says the most fun a baby soul can have comes from having. The most fun a young soul can have comes from doing. And the most fun an old soul can have comes from being, which usually leads to lots of having and doing. Okay, so I don't know if someone is into manifesting. It's like whatever this is that you're trying to have, because that's what we talked about in the beginning. Like you're trying to work on something that has to do with like your lifestyle, or like your stability, your money, your work or business, or something like that. But whatever your end goal is, of like what it is that you're wanting to have, like you have to already embody that. It has to do with like your thoughts, like knowing that you're already that person. And keep in mind, like sometimes with manifestation, people think, oh well, if I just think the thoughts, or if I just recite the affirmations, and it's just going to magically drop in my lap. No, remember we talked about, you also need to follow through with like what some things that you have like on a plan, or that you've already created, or that you're about to create, and that's going to lead to you having. Okay. So yeah, I hope that those messages were helpful for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good juicy stuff. But I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah. Bye, Miriam. Thank you.